Hello and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show, as you may or may not know, is all about the events that occurred today and years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things I personally find intriguing enough for me to bring to you. The source of this information comes from the smart device application On This Day. The music in the background is Donuts by Jensation, which I found on the YouTube channel No Copyright Sounds, aka NCS. For links to the app, music, and anything else potentially interesting, you can check the underbar. Now let's get on with the show, shall we? Today is Thursday, aka Thursday, October 13th, 2016. In 2013, a stampede broke out on a bridge near the Ratangar Mata Temple in Datia district, Madhya Pradesh, India, during the Hindu festival Navratri, causing the deaths of 115 people and the injury of over 110 others. In 2010, the Copiapo mining accident in Copiapo, Chile, came to an end as all 33 miners arrived at the surface after surviving a record 69 days underground awaiting rescue. In 1990, the Lebanese Civil War came to an end when Syrian forces launched an attack on the free areas of Lebanon and removed General Mikhail Aoun from the presidential palace. In 1983, Ameritech Mobile Communications, which is AT&T today, launched the first U.S. cellular network in Chicago. In 1976, the first electron micrograph of an Ebola viral particle was obtained by Dr. F.A. Murphy. Also in 1976, a Bolivian Boeing 707 cargo jet crashed in Santa Cruz, Bolivia, causing the deaths of 100 people, 97 of which were on the ground and were mostly children. In 1972, Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571 crashed in the Andes Mountains near the border between Argentina and Chile. Only 16 of the 45 survived long enough to be rescued on December 23rd of that year. Also in 1972, an Aeroflot Ilyushin Il-62 crashed outside Moscow, causing the deaths of 174 people. There appears to be a lot of plane crashes today. In 1967, the first game in the history of the United States Basketball Association was played. The Anaheim Amigos lost to the Oakland Oaks 134-129 in Oakland, California. In 1946, France adopted the Constitution of the Fourth Republic. In 1943, during World War II, the new government of Italy sided with the Allies and declared war on Germany. In 1923, Ankara replaced Istanbul as the capital of Turkey. In 1921, the Soviet republics of Russia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia signed the Treaty of Kars with the Grand National Assembly of Turkey to establish the contemporary borders between Turkey and the South Caucasus states. In 1917, the quote, miracle of the sun, end quote, was witnessed by an estimated 70,000 people in the Cova de Iria in Fatima, Portugal. In 1892, Edward Emerson Bernard discovered D/1892 T1, which became the first comet discovered by photographic means on the night between October 13th and 14th. In 1884, the International Meridian Conference voted on a resolution to establish the meridian passing through the Observatory of Greenwich, London, England, as the initial meridian for longitude. In 1881, the first known conversation in modern Hebrew occurred between Eliezer ben Yehuda and friends. In 1845, a majority of voters in the Republic of Texas approved a proposed constitution that, if accepted by the U.S. Congress, would make Texas a U.S. state. In 1843, in New York City, Henry Jones and 11 others founded B'nai B'rith, which is now the oldest Jewish service organization in the world. In 1821, the Declaration of Independence of the Mexican Empire was publicly proclaimed. In 1792, the cornerstone of the United States Executive Mansion, known as the White House since 1818, was laid in Washington, D.C. In 1775, the United States Continental Congress ordered the establishment of the Continental Navy, which was later renamed the United States Navy. In 1773, the Whirlpool Galaxy was discovered by Charles Messier. In 1582, due to the adoption of the Gregorian calendar, this date does not exist on that year in Italy, Poland, Portugal, and Spain. In 1332, Rinchinaval Khan, Emperor of Ningzong of Yuan, became the Khagan of the Mongols and Emperor of the Yuan dynasty, but only reigned for 53 years. In 1307, hundreds of Knights Templar in France were simultaneously arrested by agents of Philip the Fair, in order to be later tortured into a, quote, confession, end quote, of heresy. This occurred because France was in tremendous financial debt to the Knights, so they did this instead of paying what was due. And in 54, Emperor Claudius was poisoned to death under mysterious circumstances and was succeeded by his 17-year-old son Nero. Sounds like a case of power, hunger, and murder. A murder most foul! First, Sacha Baron Cohen, 1971, Deaths Ed Sullivan, 1974. And that concludes the show. Once again, you can check the underbar for any links you may be interested in. Don't forget to look right and left at every intersection. You can also rate 5 thumbs and subscribe if you do so wish. For your dose of passive events daily, I am Aeoxander, and you are you. Toodles! Also in 1972, an Aeroflot Aeoxander